YouTube. So if you have something you want to say or ask or whatever, wait for the microphone to get to you. And again, if you would say who you are and what unit you're from, that would also be awesome.
Okay, can we start by wishing you a happy
No, seriously, please don't. Seriously, please, I'm serious. Please don't do that. That is a curse. That is a curse. That's how you grow older, when people sing happy birthday to you. Please, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. That was great. 62, yes. I was a baby when I started here. I was only 44 when I started here. Didn't have gray hair. Red. Grace and I used to have the same color hair. Yeah, we have a picture when we were dating in 1981 where we looked like brother and sister. All right, anyway, what happened? You people happened. What happened? Okay, let's get started. So, the roof contracts have been signed. Actually, we're just waiting for the roofer to come in to pick it up. Roofs will be starting sometime in May. There are 20 buildings that are going to get done. 8, 9, 14, 15, 16, 17, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 41, 42, 44, 46, 47, and 48. And if anybody who needs that, you can come and see me later because I'm not going to go through it again. Also, anybody whose roof is affected, you will be getting a letter from me explaining what's going on, when it's starting, etc. The biggest thing is they have to remove your AC from the sleepers that it's on, the wooden 4x4s, because they have to be put on AC stands, which are now the code. If you have a unit that's over 7 years old, there is a possibility that the unit will not come back on. Monterey is not responsible for that, and neither are the AC companies. I will tell you that after the 11 roofs we did last time, that's 110 units, only one unit did not come back on, okay? So it's very rare that they don't. The AC company that's doing it is offering a really great deal if you need a new AC. Being that they're going to already be up there, they can offer you a better price because the AC is going to be removed. So it will be in the letter. The name of the company is Temp Tech North. They're offering a 2-ton Goodman unit, which is made to fit in your closets, for $3,900. Okay, very good deal. So if you are one of the buildings that's getting done and you have an older unit, you may want to look into maybe replacing it because that deal is not going to come around again. Okay, any questions on roofs? No. Okay, next, ponds. So all the pond contracts other than Pond 3 have all been signed. We've actually given them all the down payments and paid for the start of the materials. They will also be starting within the next few weeks. They're going to start at Pond 25. We're going to hopefully do Pond 25, and on Mondays do the little pond at Hole 2, being that the course is closed. So they'll work Tuesdays through Fridays, hopefully on 25. Pond 2, they'll work on Mondays, so that we're actually doing 2 ponds at the same time. Pond 1 is only having the building side done. The golf course side is going to stay natural, okay? So that shouldn't really interfere with golf play. Next one is Hotwire. So Hotwire is starting their installations on May 1st. Right now, there are 277 people that have already had their consultation and 123 that are scheduled. Do the math. That's only 400 units. That means 110 people have not called Hotwire. Okay? And come June 1st, you won't have cable. Don't call me, because I can't do anything about it. If you have not contacted Hotwire, you better do so quickly. okay? You will not have cable or internet once Comcast shuts this place down. So 110 people. I do have that number if anybody has not got it. And I'll say this slow. So this is Hotwire to schedule your consultation. 561-509-5429. Or you can email Monterey Yacht and CC at hotwiremail.com. Anybody need to say it again? It's on 63. It was in the chip shots. If your friends or neighbors have not done it, talk to them. The ones that don't come to any meetings, maybe, hey, did you call Hotwire? You better do it. Questions? June 1st. No. Correct. And please don't shout out. And there you go, shouting out again. Wait for the mic. Oh, I just want to apologize.
Chris, so May 1st is what? Some installations? Because we just called this morning, they said call after May 1st.
Okay, so do not call Hotwire. I don't know who's telling you that. They will call you. They have a list with everybody's phone numbers, email addresses, etc. They will call you. They will give you 3 calls to schedule up when you are available. They're going to call you and say, Mrs. Friedman, are you available Monday the 1st? No. Tuesday the 2nd? Yes. We'll see you Tuesday the 2nd at 9 a.m. Don't call Hotwire. They will call you. They are going to put in as many installers as they can. They're saying each install is going to take about 2 hours, so each installer is going to do at least 3 a day, okay? So if you have 10 guys, you're talking about 30 units a day being installed. All of the full-time residents, you should all be done during the month of May, okay? There are some that we know are leaving that, and the only reason why is if you have internet that controls your AC or something like that, they will try to do you before you leave. Any other questions? Hank, wait for the mic. Chuck first, Vicky.
Yeah, Chris, I was just wondering about the rooms. Do we have to get that stuff cleared out of the rooms for them to run the wires through?
Okay, so they're going to run the wire over the door of the closet. So they have to be able to get to at least that area. They're going to try to drill as close to the door as they can from outside, up and over the door, and then into your unit. So at least that part has to be cleared out. They, of course, are saying you have to do it, but the head tech has said we will help people, move stuff out of the way.
Thank you.
Okay.
Chris, will this building be done first?
It will not.
Oh.
Okay. The 2 clubhouses are a little bit more involved. They have to put boxes in numerous places, and we're actually going to have some kind of a switch here to be able to do something. I'm not even sure myself what exactly that is, but these 2 buildings will not be done first. You guys are going to get it first, okay? When you do, if you get Hotwire on May 1st, you don't have to use Comcast anymore. However, Channel 63 will not work yet on the Hotwire, okay? And we will not have Hotwire's Channel 99 up and running yet until both these buildings are done. So, if you have Hotwire and you bring your Comcast stuff back, you'll have to check in here maybe for something that's going on. Perhaps we can post more things downstairs for any kind of notices or whatever. And we'll probably use the email and call them a little bit more frequently until our new Channel 63 or Channel 99 are up and running. Now, the new channel, the new community channel from Hotwire. At first, they had told us it's not going to be able to handle as much stuff as 63. Well, that's incorrect. It can handle more. And you don't want me saying this?
No.
Is that what? You don't want?
No, I've been in conversation with our launch manager and got all the details on that. It's basically a giant menu and submenus.
Yes.
And a lot of it we've already got on the website.
Yes.
So to duplicate that effort, either we get another volunteer to help out, or it's only going to be on the website, or if we can get our website put on in place of or in addition to what they do.
Okay, so I'm not going to talk anymore.
Okay. One other quick point, 63 will actually still work even when Comcast shuts it down, because that's already happened. A few people have been shut down, and the only thing they got was 63. So as long as we're sticking it into that green box outside your window, you might only get 63, but that would at least tell you.
If you keep your Comcast. If they take their boxes back, it's not going to work on Hotwire.
It's not going to work on Hotwire.
Correct.
Absolutely
Yes.
correct. I'm saying
Yes.
that the coax feed to all the buildings,
Yes.
63, as long as we're sticking it in here,
Yes.
you'll get it. And we've had a few people who had Comcast shut them down too soon, and the only thing they got was 63.
Was 63.
So
Correct.
that actually will still be there until we shut
If
it
you,
down.
if
in
you
here.
keep your, if you keep your Comcast.
No, I don't think that matters, because they lost their Comcast and Hotwire.
But their TVs will no longer be hooked up to the coaxial.
Well, that's true. That's what I meant.
So unless you keep your Comcast, you won't have 63. And why would you keep your Comcast when you now have Hotwire?
No, I'm obviously being unclear as usual. If you still have the coax connected to your TV, you could get 63 if you care.
So
when
basically what
Comcast
I
is
said,
shut
he's just
down.
saying it differently.
But, well, whatever. One other comment I wanted to make, I've been talking to the launch manager about the app. A lot of people have been asking me, if I'm not hooked up yet here, and I'm not active here, will I be able to download the app and use it when I'm up home, wherever I live? And I don't have a definitive answer yet, but I've asked the question, so once I get an answer, I'll
We'll
let
run it,
everybody know.
we'll run it past everyone. Got it. Sounds good. Somebody else had a hand up, I think. Presidente?
How long do we have to return the equipment after the contract is canceled?
120 days.
Okay, just so everybody knows. Otherwise,
So-
you're going to get charged for it, Chris?
If you return it after the 120 days, you will get charged. If you do it within the 120 days of the last day of Comcast, you will not get charged. You can take it either to Comcast, which is over near Panera Bread, and you will wait online for an hour, or you can go to any UPS store, and they will give you a receipt for it. What Hotwire said is they suggest you take a picture of the receipt and also take a picture of your boxes, okay? When you, the numbers on the boxes, correct. But any UPS store will take it and you won't wait in line for an hour. We've reached out to them 3 or 4 times about them bringing someone here like they gave them to us, and we got crickets. They like, nah, you're canceling, we're not helping you at all.
Chris, do they have to put it in a box?
They do not have to put it in a box. You don't need to bring any of your cables. You don't need any of that. Just your actual Comcast box and your remotes. That's all you have to bring. Okay? Anything else on Hotwire or Comcast? She's behind you first and then you.
I'm just going to reiterate what I said at the last meeting. I did get in touch with Comcast, and Snowbirds can have it done within 1 to 2 days after they arrive in season. So if you're, just return your equipment, they told me, and then Hotwire will come. Example, I come down December, they'll come probably the beginning of January.
Correct. So Hotwire said this: if you are leaving and you haven't been done yet, take your stuff back to Comcast. Get rid of it. Call them 2 weeks before you are returning to Monterey. I'm going to be back on January 1st. They will be to your house to get you installed within 48 hours. Okay, that's what we've been told. So don't worry if you're not getting done now. It's not a big deal. You're not going to go without cable and internet. They will not do it unless somebody is in the unit. I know some people have said they're going to go to other people's unit. I personally do not recommend that because you're not being taught how to use the stuff. And being that they will be to your house within 48 hours, just wait till you get back. Up here. Peg, up here. Yeah, oh, that answered it. See, look at that.
So if we are going home, they won't call us over the summer, is that correct?
They
Or
will call you.
They will call?
Yes.
Because
So
I come
what-
down sometimes in the summer, so,
So what, if you're coming back in the summer and you haven't been able to schedule it, call when you're coming back in the summer, because they'll do it within 48 hours.
Okay.
So what they have is a complete list so far of everybody who's done it.
I just wanted to make sure they'd call over the summer.
They are going to call no matter what, because
Okay.
only the ones that we have marked that are seasonal for sure that we know have already left.
Okay.
They're still going to try calling you. They're
Okay,
still going to
great.
call you and they'll say, okay, you're returning on October 15th. We'll schedule it for the October 17th.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. It almost seems too easy.
Yeah.
It's
Hi, Chris. I'm Sasha, Building 20.
Sasha, you're the first person that has done what I asked everyone to do. Thank you.
You're welcome. And the reason why I'm going to ask this question, I had a consultation date last week at between 12 and 1. After 12 o'clock, I got a voicemail from Hotwire, and an installer that was supposed to be giving me my consultation. He said, I'm in Boynton Beach, there's no way that I can make it up to you. And you're gonna have to reschedule. So now, I called Hotwire number because right next door on the same level, they were getting their consultation an hour before I was gonna get it. And I said, well, can I use,
That guy, right?
can
Right.
you send that person over? They said no. They have other schedules. The guy said, I have no idea why they would schedule me to see you when my scheduling is down here in Boynton. So I made another appointment, but my question is, once he comes in, or she, to give me my consultation, and then they give you a date to come back and install, are we gonna,
Okay, they're not going to give you a date to install. They're going to do your consultation. They're going to try to sell you
Yeah.
HBO. Then they will call you up
Right.
to 3 times to schedule your installation. They're not going to
Right.
schedule. Okay.
I made a mistake,
Yeah.
okay. Now, I'm not familiar with a lot of internet or any of that stuff, so I don't have that. But they will be giving it to us, I understand. Did you say that there's going to be someone here on the property to answer questions once it's installed?
Yes. So they said that they will do like a town hall meeting, and they'll actually put it up here. They'll show you how to use the remotes. When they do your install, that's part of it. They're going to set you all up. They're going to show you how to use the remotes. There is also Zoom classes that they're going to offer, that they can do it to you right from inside your unit. And our manager will be here in the clubhouse Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. in the glass room. Her name is Maria. She will be here for the entire time installations are being done. She's going to be making her phone calls from here to set up your installs. There will be a person from Hotwire here the whole time installations are being done. So after, we actually have a different account manager then. Their picture will be on channel 99 with their phone number. You can literally call them direct and say, I don't have this, something isn't working, can you send a guy, whatever it happens to be. They're very much on the customer service. That is their big thing, is customer service.
Hi, I did my consultation over the telephone by request, and she was very nice.
Yep.
Okay, so that's an easy out for a lot of people.
Correct. You can do it over the phone. They don't have to come to your house. They're basically setting up your own account. Like right now, you all have your own personal account for Comcast. And that's if you want any of your own things, HBO, whatever. So they're doing the same exact thing. They're actually setting you up with your own personal account. You give them a PIN number, and they're trying to sell you stuff, HBO, the Major League Baseball package, whatever. What I've been recommending is get what they give you first, because you can always add stuff later on. Okay? Hotwire, Comcast? No, good. I'm going to ask Pat Ellington a question. Okay, so we were looking into places to shred stuff. And to have a company come here was very expensive because we had to have a certain amount. But I understood that Grace found that Peter's Hardware does it, and you were going to try it. Did you try it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I took a garbage bag, and it was $20.
$20, and how much can you take for the 20?
He actually has a scale there.
Okay.
And it's based on the scale, and it actually goes up into the machine, shreds it, and he gives you the bag back.
And which Peter's Hardware did it? The one over the bridge or the one on US 1?
US 1.
US 1.
That's where I went, and he's supposed to show up around 10 o'clock.
Okay.
He was actually there early, and I was his first customer, so.
And they do, Grace has the info. So we're going to put that on 63 to let people know. If you need to go get stuff shredded, that Peter's Hardware will do it, up to a certain poundage, and it's only $20. Oh, okay. Thank you. So it doesn't actually, it's not they only use Peter's Hardware parking lot. It's just a big white truck. Big white truck. We'll find out what days they're there, and we will put it on 63 for anybody who needs to shred stuff.
They also have a shredder at Staples.
And they have a shredder at Staples and Office Depot. There you go. Yeah, it just wasn't worth them coming here. It was just, we had to guarantee a certain amount of boxes, and it was nothing less than $250, and it just wasn't worth us doing them here.
Eileen Ludmer, Building 23, also UPS shreds.
And UPS. Maybe we'll just put a list of everybody that shreds. That sounds easier, actually. Exactly. Okay, next, annual review. This is all about our money. It is available in the office. You have to request a copy. We no longer automatically mail it out to every single person because only about 15 people ask for it. So rather than mailing 100 pages to everyone, all you have to do is come to the office or call Grace and say, I'd like a copy. If you're not here, we will mail it to you, but try to come and get it because that's probably about $1.50 to mail. And what it is, it's done by our accountant, and it is a review of all of our financial statements. Once again, Monterey is in excellent financial condition. Anyone who may have a little problem reading this, I have no problem helping you. I'm sure Keith would help you whenever he's here, and probably Sabrina Stagnita, who is the chairman of the finance committee. Okay, so if you want it, it's available.
It's also posted to the website.
So you could print it if you wanted. What? It's on the website. Okay, a lot of people going home. Don't forget to sign out. Now, signing out is only when you want your mail transferred. That's all we use the signing out for. It's so that we know you went home. So rather than sending your mail here, we send it to your north address. In conjunction with that, when you're leaving, make sure you shut your water off. Remember, if you're gone from your unit for more than 2 days and you do not shut off your water and you have a leak, Monterey is not responsible. Okay? You'll get the bill for whatever damage it caused. And we have somebody right now that happened to. They had to rip out a good portion of their drywall, and Monterey is not paying for it. So make sure you shut off your water. Wow, that's it. That was a quick one. So now questions on Anything at all? Anybody have a, wherever you are, start wherever.
When do you think we'll know what the insurance is going to be looking like for renewal in May?
Okay, so we are waiting to do any kind of a special assessment until we do get the final premium notice from the insurance company. The insurance starts on May 10th. We normally do not have that price until the very beginning of May.
Okay. I'm very interested. I just got my personal homeowner's insurance
Yes.
renewal. It went up 300%. I called them right before this meeting, and they said, we're not, it was all through Allstate, and they said, we're not writing condos any longer, and there's nothing we could do about it.
Correct. So, we already put in 20% increase into the budget. We are expecting 40. Okay, so we're expecting another 20%, which is approximately $136,000, because 10% is about 68 grand. So, but we don't know. We might get lucky. Something that's helping us is we had all the roofs, other than the ones that are being replaced, we had all the roofs inspected. We needed at least a 3 to 5 year life expectancy, which they all got that. The newer roofs that were just done like 4 years ago, they got a 20-year life expectancy. The other thing that's helping us is that we do have a contract to replace the 20 that are due this year. All that's going to help us keep the premium as low as possible. Within 2 years, all the roofs will be brand new. So we're hoping for the best. We've already got everything else that will be on the special assessment is already kind of accounted for. We're just waiting for this. Unfortunately, we have to wait until we get that proposal. And the board will be holding via Zoom and conference call or whatever, a special assessment meeting sometime in May. I know you guys aren't here, but we can't wait. It has to be done, and unfortunately, we have to wait to get that pricing from the insurance company. Nothing we can do. It's not worth taking a guess. Bob?
Bob McHugh, 835. Chris, I was wondering what the procedure was with the washer and dryer. I put an order in about 3 weeks ago for the washing machine that was making a loud noise.
Yep.
I didn't hear anything back on it, but I go in there today and I find out it's out of service, the plug is out. Is that going to stay there? Do they fix it? Do they replace it? Or how long is it going to be out?
It depends on what's wrong with it.
What is it?
It depends on what's wrong with it. So if they came and
Probably
they...
the transmission of the bearing.
Yeah. I know that LAPSCO's already been contacted. They've already been emailed about it. A board member actually went and double-checked it also to make sure, yes. So until you see it plugged back in, it's out of service.
For how long? I mean,
I don't know. It depends on what it needs. If it needs a whole new tumbler, or if it needs a belt, or it needs whatever, that's up to LAPSCO. If the parts are available, do they have the parts, whatever it is. All we can do is email them back and say what's going on.
Do they have a time limit on responding to these things and fixing them?
No.
That's kind of an important thing, I would think.
No. They're usually here to check it within 48 hours. Okay? It used to be 24, but everybody has no employees and are running wild. So they're here to check it within 48 hours, and again, it all depends on what's needed to fix it. Okay? I'll give you, for instance, one of the sides of the token machine has now been out for 2 weeks, waiting on materials. Nothing we can do about it. Thank goodness there's another side, or else Grace would be very busy collecting money and giving out tokens. So it all depends on what is actually wrong with the machine.
I would think you could just pull it out and put another one in. Just plug it
You would
back.
think that, except that the machines are $1,400 each. We do not keep any spares because the minute you buy it, the warranty starts clicking down. They have to put the token box on it. It's not as simple as just swapping it out. And remember, if your machine is down, you can use either the machine in your upstairs or downstairs, whichever one, or even a machine in another building. They are common area. Obviously, if somebody's doing laundry or you check with the people of that building, hey, our machine is down. Is anybody doing laundry on Wednesdays? I mean, they are common area. So if you have to, you lug the laundry for the missus.
Yes, Linda Wingert, Building 20. First of all, I want to, on behalf of our building, through the tenting, thank the Beautification Committee and others for bringing life back to under our stairs. We're very happy. The other thing is in regards, is that thing on? Thank you.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay.
She's patting you on the back because that's the landscape committee. So she's
Yeah.
saying,
Oh,
"Thank you. I did the
yes, I know.
planting."
Yes, she's terrific. She's terrific, and the others. The other thing, because our building was tented, we never were able to have, and it was a good idea, the power washing that's done every year. I was wondering, I realize we've had a lot of rain and so forth, but if that could be done in the near future, we really need it. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm actually looking on getting a contractor again to go back to doing the pressure cleaning. So I've got a couple of calls in right now. So hopefully within the next month or so, we're going to start doing the pressure cleaning of all the buildings again.
Rosemary Downey, 13I. Is that okay, Chris?
Yes, thank you.
Two questions I have. The first being, back in the first meeting in January, you brought up that we were planning on changing the fiscal year from January to June. Is that still in effect?
That we are still discussing it, whether it's worth doing it or not.
Okay.
That would definitely help with the cost of the insurance, because then we would be making the new budget in July actually. So we would know of any increase or what the increase would be, so we wouldn't have to wait and do a special assessment. So we are still discussing that. It's kind of involved also doing that. But yes, that still is a possibility. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
And my next question is, Tuesday night was bingo night. Thursday night, we play Mahjong here. Something was going on in the glass room.
Yes, it won't happen again.
Very loud.
Yes.
To the point that at bingo,
Yes.
it was very disturbing.
Yes. I understand that somebody went up and closed the doors and whatever. Will not be happening again. We were not, an owner came in and said, "Can I use the glass room?" Well, sure, anybody can. But that kind of stuff will not be happening. From what we understand, they were actually trying to sell something, and we do not allow that at all. You can't have a Tupperware party. You're not selling brain stems.
Thank you.
You know it.
No, that would be answered.
I'm selling Derby tickets for May the 6th, if anybody's interested.
Derby tickets.
Derby, and it's a lot of fun, guys.
Woohoo! Maybe the Colonel will show up. He might. He might actually show up. I do.
Nope. I got a picture to prove it.
Ron Longo, 51J.
Thank you, sir.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
You. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I got two things.
Yes.
One of the things I want to reiterate on what Judy said about the insurance. I got a call over the weekend. Someone's insurance was going from $1,100 to $3,000. So it is. I mean, it's it's going to be very tough to find insurance.
Correct.
They were getting canceled. They were going to cancel them out. The garbage boxes. Some of the tops were flying up last night because they aren't locked. So I mean, everybody's got to lock these things every time they use it, because if you don't, you're going to end up losing the top, and we're going to end up replacing the things.
I was told that our garbage guy has been missing some of them.
Yeah.
I will be speaking to him, but if you see that your top is not locked, please fasten it.
Yeah.
Please.
If there's a problem with the latch,
And if
let
there's a
them know,
problem with that latch, let me know, because we're going to be ordering more of them. What do they call a carbineer? Carbiner? I don't know what that.
Kathy
Carabiner.
Kathy Browse, 15I. One of our, whatever carabiner is gone. It's been gone. My husband told the office, or told you, but the last two storms, that top is going to just open and everything in there is soaking wet.
It was a hell of a storm. She's coming. What?
Where am I going?
Over here, Bergie.
Bergie, as in Burgermeister beer.
Yes.
23A, our box at the end where our unit is, the little loops have been bent out, and Butch yesterday took a pair of pliers and put them back together, so we could
Okay.
put the hook through it.
Okay.
So I don't know how that happens. It was very powerful.
Well, you know what, though? What I'll do is I'll make a work order out and just have Wes or Tommy or Jimmy go around and check them all. So insurance, hold your question just for a minute. Insurance. I've said this before to you guys. It's all the risk that you are willing to take. If I personally lived here, I would not have hurricane insurance. I would have every other bit, liability, fire, theft, whatever. In our 50 years in existence, we have had minimal damage to the units. But again, it's all the risk that you are willing to take, okay? The hurricane insurance, again, only covers your personal property and what Monterey doesn't cover. For instance, we put all the drywall, all the electric, all the plumbing back. You have to worry about your own cabinets, your own personal property, carpeting, popcorn, etc. So it's all the risk that you're willing to take.
Chris, I just wanted to tell you, that's all I've got is fire and theft on mine with liability, and they still sent me a non-renewal notice.
Oh, I'm not surprised of that either. No. Most insurance companies do not want to privately insure condominiums. They just don't want to do it anymore. It's not worth their risk.
A lot of the insurance companies are reducing their exposure here in the state of Florida, and many of them are pulling out. So you could get a non-renewal because of that.
Correct.
Okay, so we checked into it because our insurance went up to $2,000 a year. What they're saying is we can check around, and this is with Universal out of Fort Lauderdale. However, we have to get a wind mitigation, which I understand if someone goes up into the rafters and puts another nail or whatever in the rafters, then it would pass the wind mitigation. And also another inspection. That costs. I mean, of course, everything costs here in Florida. So I guess if you have to go to Citizens, if we all jump on the boat with Citizens, would they say, hey, we'll give them a discount?
No.
Probably not.
No, not probably not. Not probably not. No, they will not. So let's get into that first. So first off, our roofs were built in 1970. They are nowhere near up to the code of Dade County, which went into effect after Hurricane Andrew. We do not have what they call a third nail or hurricane strapping. The last time we got a price on doing that, it was $3,000 a building, and that was about 6 years ago. It's easily up to $4,000 a building. What we would save, the association, would take us 10 years to make that back. Here's what we have been told. So, unless every building had impact windows and impact doors, front doors, you're not going to save any money anymore. A wind mitigation costs about $150. You used to save maybe $75 on your policy, and it was good for 5 years. So you did save $225 over 5 years, okay? It's not, Monterey doesn't do wind mitigations anymore. We're not required by law to do it. We do real estate appraisals, which we're having done right now, which is also going to affect our premiums because, of course, the last time it was done 4 years ago, we were at about $42 million. We're going to probably be at 60. So that's another factor that's going to lead to the insurance going up.
Chris, two things. I have had the wind mitigation. I did have a reduction in my insurance by $200. It cost me $75 to have it done, but I do have the impact windows and doors, not the front door. But he
Yep.
said because it goes out, anyway, I passed. And I do have hurricane insurance because my son's an agent, and he said I have to have it. And
Well, that's good.
I was renewed, and they said the reason I was renewed because I had hurricane insurance.
Okay, that's good.
Only for one more year, and then after that, the company's going out of business.
Yes. Look, if you can get it and you can afford it and you're okay with it, get it. That's great. Who was your wind mitigator? Who did it? Cole Rosemary. I'll put her phone number up on 63. Use her guy, because obviously it worked. Oh, that was last year. Yeah, it's good usually for 5 years.
Carol Flutterbach, 47A. We've been here about 15 years.
You live in 47F, not
F, I'm
A.
sorry. Oh, God. Whatever you've got is going around the building. We've been here 15 years, and several years ago when insurance started going up, I checked into switching, and they told me that because I'm grandfathered in because the state had passed a minimum amount of insurance that you had to have if you got insurance here, and we didn't have that minimum, so we were grandfathered in, and we had to stay with that company, because if we switched, our rate would go up because they were requiring us to have more insurance.
That totally sounds like a scam. Totally.
It's with Universal.
Never heard anything like that ever in all my years. So are you still with your same insurance company
Universal.
for all these years?
Universal.
Good for you. Stick with them.
And I did check around, and the prices definitely were higher.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we stayed with them.
Good. Again, if you are happy and they are willing to write you a policy, stay there. 100%.
Howie Snyder, 18C. I had Allstate just like Judy, and they stopped writing policies. And I went over to AAA right here on US 1. I am paying now with AAA less than I was paying. Now I bundle home and car, but I'm paying less than I was paying last year before they hit me with the increase.
So there are policies out there. You just have to shop around.
You can try AAA on US 1.
Yep.
Bob McCosey, 27D.
Hi, Bob.
Just to jump on what Howie said, my insurance from let's say, it just upped it in December. From last year, went up $50 for the whole year.
That's
So
great.
That's pretty good. And one thing, I'm just going to throw this out, but don't shoot me, please. I know nothing about it. But somebody in this whole complex might know something about, and don't yell, and I know we talked about it before, is self-insurance, the way these things are flying so high and so forth. If somebody in the community, I'm sure was affiliated with insurance companies or something, and I know the drawbacks of it and so forth, but it might be worthwhile if there's somebody in this community that knows something about it, just to look into it, because, like I said, if yours went up 300%, I'm not sure they're all going to go up. It's something just to consider.
Something to consider. Anything else on anything else? Wait for the mic.
Pat Ellington, 44G. I'd like for you to address the bicycles and the handicap carts that are now in front of people's cars as to where they're going to be in case we get a hurricane.
So, if you are leaving, you are supposed to bring your bicycle inside your unit. And if you are a full-timer and we have a hurricane notice, you are supposed to bring your bicycle inside your unit. Good luck. We're going to try to enforce that as much as we can, but as I've told you guys in the past, we're running around trying to get this place secured and our own home secured. You got to take a little responsibility for your own self and even your neighbors. So if you see someone who's left and their bicycle is out, let me know. We will send them a letter. Tell them they need to put their bicycle away. Once again, I'm sure we're going to have the little yellow ribbons when we do get to hurricane season. Hopefully not, but the way things look, I'm not holding my breath. So, again, anything that's a projectile, we let you keep it out underneath your stairs. But if there's a hurricane coming, it's up to you to take it in if it's yours. We're not going around and doing it. Anything else? Wow, did this get quiet? Jeez. Gloom and doom. Anything else on anything else? Derby tickets are for sale. Woohoo! Okay, everybody, that's it. Everybody who's leaving, safe trip. Be careful. We'll see you next season. And I guess that's it. My next meeting will be the third Monday. Oh, yeah, all right, hang on. Don't go anywhere. So next Tuesday at 10 o'clock will be the annual meeting being recalled. So we can count the ballots for capital contribution, which did not receive enough to pass or fail. So the meeting is being recalled. Anyone who didn't vote got a new proxy. So the ballot boxes have been filling up. Right after that meeting will be a board of directors meeting. My meeting will be the third Monday of May. Good.